somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place.
What you're about to discover could be the key to solving one of the most complex kidnapping cases of 2026. A cryptocurrency expert has just revealed a critical mistake that Nancy Guthrie's alleged kidnapper may have made, a mistake that could lead investigators straight to them. Stay with us until the very end of this video, because we're breaking down exactly how blockchain technology might be the unexpected hero in bringing an 84-year-old woman home safely to her family. This is information that could change everything. The critical error. A cryptocurrency expert weighs in on Nancy Guthrie's case. In what could prove to be a pivotal breakthrough, the individual allegedly responsible for abducting Nancy Guthrie may have inadvertently revealed crucial identifying information by providing an actual Bitcoin wallet address within the Ransom correspondence. Bezalel Ethan Raviv, the chief executive officer and founder of Lionsgate Network, a specialized cryptocurrency recovery service with deep expertise in blockchain forensic analysis, sat down with Page 6 to discuss how law enforcement could potentially trace the perpetrator using the right technological resources and investigative approaches. By providing that Bitcoin address, he essentially exposed his Achilles heel to anyone with a solid understanding of blockchain forensics and investigative techniques, Raviv explained to Page 6 this Monday, referring to the person allegedly holding Nancy Guthrie. According to reports, the Ransom correspondence demanded that the Guthrie family transfer $6 million worth of Bitcoin to a specific, legitimate Bitcoin wallet address in exchange for Nancy's safe release and return to her loved ones. The moment cybercriminals provide their wallet address is precisely when they reveal themselves in numerous significant ways, Raviv elaborated during the interview. Drawing from his extensive experience working with clients who have faced cryptocurrency fraud and theft, the Israeli technology entrepreneur outlined a strategic approach. Investigators can send a minimal amount of cryptocurrency to the criminal's wallet to observe where those funds ultimately end up. This represents just one very straightforward tactic among the many sophisticated techniques we employ when we're attempting to intercept and trace criminal network cryptocurrency assets, he explained, adding, based on our perspective and drawing from previous cases that have proven incredibly successful, this approach has tremendous potential. The misconception about cryptocurrency traceability. Raviv pointed out that there remains a widespread misconception, among both investigators and criminals alike, that cryptocurrency transactions are completely untraceable and impossible to follow. There's an enormous amount of confusing and misleading conversations surrounding blockchain technology, he stated. The reality is that most people still, here in 2026, don't believe it's possible to trace cryptocurrency. And a significant number of people in 2026 continue to believe you cannot recover stolen or transferred crypto. These are all completely false notions because the technology and our capabilities have evolved and advanced so dramatically. The forensics expert went on to explain that investigators can extract substantial amounts of valuable data from just a simple transaction, which has the potential to yield extensive information that would prove highly beneficial to any ongoing investigation. This is precisely what the field of blockchain forensics is fundamentally about, carefully tracing the individual blocks that are generated with each and every cryptocurrency transaction that occurs, he clarified. Law enforcement's knowledge gap. Raviv also expressed his belief that the criminal in this case may be counting on and exploiting the investigators' limited understanding of cryptocurrency systems and blockchain technology. I believe the vulnerable point here for law enforcement agencies stems from their lack of comprehensive ability to fully understand crypto and blockchain technology, and this knowledge gap is exactly why this investigation is taking longer than it reasonably should, he stated, noting that Nancy Guthrie has now been missing for more than a full week. There's an urgent need to properly train our law enforcement agents in blockchain forensics and cryptocurrency investigation techniques, or we need to identify and bring in the right specialists who possess the expertise to handle this job effectively, he emphasized. The inevitable cash-out point. Raviv explained a crucial vulnerability in the criminal's plan. While cryptocurrency can be transferred to a digital wallet, eventually, the perpetrator will want to actually enjoy and spend that money in the real world. This is what makes cryptocurrency both beautiful and traceable. Looking at the bigger picture, when you send cryptocurrency, you're fundamentally sending a digital code. You're not physically handing over a suitcase filled with cash that can immediately be used to pay for gas, bills, clothing, food, and other everyday necessities, correct? You're transferring a code from one digital wallet to another digital wallet, he continued with his explanation. You're sending a code, and you simply cannot consume food paid for with a code. You cannot purchase tangible items directly with a code sitting in a digital wallet. If you want to convert them into usable currency and cash them out, that transaction has to go through a cryptocurrency exchange platform. That exchange platform, he revealed, is precisely where criminals inevitably expose themselves to detection and identification. The ransom amount, a telling detail. Raviv also observed that the demanded ransom amount of $6 million represents a very predictable and somewhat formulaic figure. If I were to input this scenario into ChatGPT with a prompt asking, if I were planning to do this type of crime and that type of action, how much money would I logically request? The answer would fall somewhere between 5 to 10 million US dollars, he explained. These amounts align perfectly with the random ransom requests we've observed in various historic kidnapping cases throughout the years. A glimmer of hope. When asked directly whether he believes there remains a realistic possibility that Nancy Guthrie is still alive, Raviv, who has proactively reached out to investigators offering his professional services and expertise, told the outlet that he can only maintain hope and optimism. I sincerely hope with all my heart that she will be able to safely return home to her family and loved ones, and that this absolute nightmare should come to an end as quickly as possible, he stated with emotion. The timeline of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother was last confirmed to be alive and well on the evening of January 31st, after enjoying dinner with family members at a relative's home. She was officially reported as a missing person the very next day when she failed to appear at church as expected. The Pima County Sheriff's Department has confirmed publicly that her residence is being treated and processed as an active crime scene after investigators determined through evidence that she was forcibly removed from her Tucson area home against her will. A DNA analysis confirmed last week that a trail of blood discovered outside her home definitively belonged to Nancy, adding to the grave concerns about her well-being. According to reports, a ransom note from the purported kidnapper demanded that the substantial sum of $6 million in Bitcoin cryptocurrency be transferred to a specific address in exchange for Nancy's safe return to her family. The threatening correspondence specified two separate deadlines, the first for February 5th, and a second, more pressing deadline for Monday, February 9th at 5 p.m. local Arizona time. In a heartbreaking display of a family's desperation, Savannah shared an emotional video this past Saturday in which she directly offered to pay the demanded ransom and tearfully begged for her mother to be safely returned to the family. As this investigation continues to unfold hour by hour, the intersection of cutting-edge blockchain forensics and traditional law enforcement could be the key to bringing Nancy home. If you found this analysis valuable, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any updates on this developing story. Your engagement helps spread awareness, and in cases like these, public attention can make all the difference.